Welcome to the ABINGERS podcast, where we assemble weekly to binge the MCU and all things nerd, old and new. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, X, Threads, TikTok, Twitch. ABINGERS podcast, ABINGERS podcast. Give us a like, a comment, and let us know what you think of the show. But I'm just one of your hosts. I can't do it alone. Emmy, how you doing?
Doing marvelous.
Marvelous. Nice. Keith, feeling three-dimensional. How you doing, man?
These are incredibly irritating to wear after the movie.
Did you see the
I'm doing
Marvels
good.
in 3D?
How are you?
Did you see the Marvels in 3D?
I did, and they fucked up for the first 5 minutes. They had to go up and change the projector or something because everyone was seeing it in double, even though they had their glasses up.
That is amazing.
No.
Oh my
It's really
goodness. All right, guys. Well, we're here live on Twitch. If you have not seen the Marvels yet, do not listen any further. We're going to spoil it because we're going to hear from our listeners. We're going to talk all things Marvels with our listeners. So we're really, really excited about it. So don't listen any further. If you haven't watched the Marvels, you don't want it spoiled for you, our listeners are going to do that. So don't do it. Don't listen. All right? I think we're good. I think we can. All right, guys. I think we can lift the veil.
We're in the safe zone.
We're in the safe zone. All right. Guys. Hi, chat. We're on Twitch. If you didn't get the memo last week, we do ABINGERS Assemble every single time we watch a movie or finish a Marvel Studios TV show, and we get to hear from our patrons. They send in their comments, let us know their thoughts, and our wonderful listeners can join us on Twitch and chat with us live on the air, and that's what we're doing. We back. You're exactly right. Is that Wit one? I like that. And, Whitney, Bub. I'm going to give some shout outs. Amandalorian, John, Busy B, D. Sager, Icy Man, Keith Sketch. I don't care about him. Bobbert, Tim Bub. There's so many of you. Thank you so much for joining us live in this chat. We really, really appreciate it. Wit one. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight on Thanksgiving Eve. I hope you guys are either cooking or you're there's a heart. There we go. Can I do it?
It was it?
There it is. There's the hearts for you. I've got this.
Nice.
I've got this ability.
You have to do it with the fingers, though. That's
So
how
pretty.
the kids are doing it these days.
They do. Does this work? I want to see if this works. Like the kids are doing it? No. My computer's like, nope,
Doesn't
screw that.
like it.
But it does like fireworks on the 4th of July. There it is. Man. Oh gosh, if you're not watching the video version of this podcast or with us on the stream, you're actually like, what the fuck is going on? But hey, either way. All right, so we are going to jump in with some listener thoughts on the Marvels. Before we do though, anyone cooking turkey? Emmy, you cooking some turkey tomorrow? You gonna,
No, I don't cook anything. My family knows that I will burn the house to the ground
I love how almost
if I
offended
try
you
to
were.
cook anything.
You're like, no, I don't cook anything.
No.
Like, why the fuck would I, Brandon?
No, and if they asked me to, and I burned my house to the ground, they'd all feel terrible.
That's very true. That's very true. Keith, are you going to celebrate American Thanksgiving tomorrow?
In a way, I guess. I will eat.
Okay, you will eat.
There's that.
So we got part of it down.
What else do you guys do?
Besides eat?
That's it. Yeah, we watched
Give thanks. Football.
Football.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there is some football that's involved.
I'll cheer for the Lions.
I don't even know who's playing. Oh, you know what? I should probably set my fantasy lineup. Now that we're talking about it, I should probably do that right now before I forget, because I will forget.
Okay, well, there you go. I'm glad in the middle of a show that you're doing live in front of people, you're going to set
you know what? There's one button and it says optimize, and you know what? It's usually better than whatever the hell I do.
Okay.
So, hey, guess
Smart.
what? We are optimized.
Work smarter, not harder.
Oh, man.
Smart.
Hi.
Yeah, I'm not sure who I'm playing against. But whoever you are, I am going to give you a shout out right now. Who Day All Day, bring it.
Okay.
I'm 8-3 and they're 3-8.
I'm gonna have beans on toast tomorrow. That's how I was told by Icy Man
All
to
right.
celebrate American Thanksgiving.
Beans
There
on
we go.
toast is usually how we celebrate. That is exactly how we celebrate. So for him to understand the festivity is pretty awesome. So Beans on Toast, thank you for helping. And if you're Canadian and you want to celebrate Thanksgiving, just put on the podcast all year round. Yeah, that is the best way to celebrate American Thanksgiving. I'm not bullshitting you, by the way.
Yeah, but I don't know that Beans on Toast ever made it here.
Yeah, it did.
Period.
Yeah, it did. You never had me.
Did it?
Yeah. I'm editing the show in the middle of the show because I forgot to do this. Buying time.
Well, no, I know. I Beans on Toast is very popular in the UK.
Is it?
Yeah, that's like a traditional English breakfast. English breakfast is beans on toast and a sausage. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, Emmy, words. They're not with you today, are they?
Beans and toast and a sausage.
Yeah, I like
and
it.
a sausage.
All right.
Delicious.
Well, on that.
Beans on toast and a sausage.
Well, since
bangers and mash.
Since Emmy is struggling with her words, we are going to move on to patrons that were not struggling with their words. They let us know their thoughts.
Other people have words.
Thank God. And that's going to be a majority of the show. So we're going to reach out to you guys. Go Pack Go, bitches, is what Derek said. How's the Packers doing, Derek? Are they doing good this year? Probably as good as the Titans, I think. Anyway, beans on toast is a British thing, I think. Yes. And my friend does the Charlie Brown Thanksgiving food and has jelly beans and toast. That's interesting. Oh. Okay. All right. Good deal. Well,
that doesn't sound bad, honestly.
It really doesn't. Jelly beans, though. Have you guys done the Bean Boozled jelly beans? I got
like eating them for pleasure? No.
No.
Handfuls of snot and toothpaste?
Toothpaste is not bad. Toothpaste is actually the good one. I know it's bad technically, but it's like mint. Who gives a shit?
But
when you're eating boogers, no, thank you. No, thank you. What do you mean, Brandon? Titans to the Super Bowl? I don't need to hear your lip. All right, by the way. All right, so anyway, sorry, Garrett, Derek, and I, we're going to talk football. Anyway, really? He's the truth? Okay. Woof, those are horrific. Yes, they are horrific. All right, so we're going to get to our comments now. We're going to hear about the Marvels. I've been really excited about this because, honestly, guys, going into this, we three liked the Marvels. We really did. I thought it was a good movie, good plot, great characters. What more could you want? I get the feeling, because there's a lot of chatter on the internet, that it is mixed reviews among some folks. So I don't read any of these comments, nor do Keith and Emmy. Well, maybe I can't speak for them too, actually, but I know I don't. I genuinely do not, because I want to be surprised. I want you guys to see my genuine reaction. I don't know what you guys have said, so I'm really, really curious to see. Is our listeners kind of more on the Avengers side, or are they more on kind of a mixed bag, which is kind of, 3 for 3 was big for us, for all of us to like it. So just curious to see what others feel. So without further ado, we're going to go right into it and start with our first comment.
Well, I'd like to speak for me and say that I also have not read these yet either.
Keith,
but I do have them up on my phone.
I do not read them. I sometimes check just to see ahead of time, who commented, and then that's about it. But no, I don't get into them because I don't want to see them yet.
Okay, well, good. So everyone, you guys are going to see our real, genuine reactions, which is awesome. So I'm excited. We're all going to react to it live here. So here we go with I like it. All right, here we go.
Johnny Bravo.
Let's get to our first comment, guys. This is from Shannon Ripsher. To summarize, I would happily, watch this movie a 4th time, so the haters better clear off. Now, for my longer comment, I'll start by saying Goose is my favorite pet in the MCU, so simply putting this Oscar-winning feline in the movie was an instant win for me. And with a hairless flurkin of my own, who is my entire world, the cute kitty scene gave me happy tears on all 3 of my trips to the cinema. Okay, cats and flurkins aside, Kamala Khan, a.k.a. Iman Vellani, is so freaking cute. And I loved every moment she had. Young actors are very hit or miss when casting in shows, movies, but she is an absolute hit. So congratulations to the person who found this little cutie. All the adoration she had on her face when when around Captain Marvel felt so natural, and it makes me laugh remembering the moment when she was transported into space, when she was first transported into space. Seeing her panic to then being starstruck when her eye landed on Fury still makes me smile as I replay it out in my head. I can't wait to see more of Kamala. My final point is this. Now, understand, I am a person who wears black and only black. The baggier, it's really small font for me. The baggier the clothing, the better. I do not like dresses. I wear them very seldomly. However, I really wish I could rock that marvelous Pretty Princess dress the way Brie Larson did. She looked fan-freaking-tastic. I mean, she always does, but please, where can I buy one? That was great. Shannon, thank you so much, Shannon. This is one of our newer patrons, and really great to hear from you, by the way. She loved it. She has seen the movie a total of 3 times, going on 4 probably. She said she would happily go see it a 4th time. So we're probably, Shannon, maybe by the time Shannon's listening to this, because she commented a couple of days ago, maybe she's already seen it a 4th time. All right. Overall,
maybe a 5th.
And guys, a kind of theme that we had as well in our review, 1, cats are awesome. And 2, Iman Vellani. She's just such a hit with so many people. I think she just continues to be, I really think the thing you can't take away about this movie is the 3 characters are fantastic. And among that, Iman Vellani, I've watched some interviews with her, both when she was doing a press tour for Miss Marvel and with the Marvels. And she is so likable. She's genuine, a huge fan. If you watch her, she knows all the MCU movies. She knows she is actively like, no, this is not Earth 616. I don't care what Kevin Feige says. She is just here. She's all about the lore. She is a fan through and through. And I think that, once again, I agree with what Shannon said here, because whoever got the casting right is spot on. They are spot on. They found the perfect Miss Marvel, because that's who Miss Marvel is. She is a fan of these heroes. So to find an actress as well who is a fan of these movies and these heroes, it shows with her interaction. She's not having to dial it into something. She is genuinely excited and happy to be a part of it. And I think it's that genuineness that just kind of bleeds through the camera and into the performance. And she's just a delight. And so anyway, Iman Vellani, huge shout out to you. And Shannon, thank you so much for your review. Keith, Emmy, anything to add on that?
You first. I mean, every interview that I've seen with Iman Vellani has been, she knows so much more than I know about the comics. And so just seeing her puts me in awe of her. Mm-hmm. Like, it's just so amazing just to see her nerd out on some of this stuff. And I recently saw something, and I'm assuming that it came through the Discord, and I'm very sorry, I don't even remember what channel it was, but it was something about how they could go forward with Kang. And it was like, she could direct Marvel how to go forward with Kang.
Yeah.
With everything that's happening with certain actor in that realm. And it was amazing just to see her like be that authority figure, honestly. But yeah, to this point though, that dress, fucking gorgeous.
Yeah.
Fucking gorgeous. And yeah, I want one. I'd like one. Thank you.
Awesome.
I'll send you my measurements.
Good deal. Keith, what were you thinking here?
The costuming in general, I love. I mean, I don't know a dress to save my life as far as, I try to pick up what I can from watching Drag Race, I'll be honest. But no, I thought it was great. Iman Vellani steals the show at every scene 100%. And as I was watching it for my second time today. I'm liking Monica Rambeau even more, and I feel like she gets a little overshadowed by how much love Miss Marvel's getting, which is fine. But Monica is also fucking stealing scenes left, right, and center for me. Anyways, I was shocked with both of them. They both did a great job in this movie. And Brie Larson, of course, can pull off a dress. My goodness.
So there's Whitney in the chat said something really, really awesome there too. Iman's response to the media for all the backlash the movie got was perfect, and Whitney's paraphrasing here, but I do agree because I remember reading this quote as well. She basically said she didn't want to focus on things that are out of her control, and she was happy with the final product and happy that the ones she cares about enjoyed the movie as well. Iman Vellani has the maturity of someone well beyond her years because she does. She immediately is like, why would I give a shit about the box office? I made a movie I'm proud of. The people that I love this movie. What more could I want? That's a Bob Iger question. That's not a question for me. And I was like, God, man, she just, once again, her response was just composed, maintained, and mature. How do you not root for someone like that on and off the screen? So that's really, really cool.
Yeah.
And she was basically like, I don't give a fuck. So
Yep.
Good deal.
Love that. Love that.
All right, guys. We're going to get to our next comment. This is from Knob Sterling. So we are going to go here. He says, despite a lame villain, this was such a fun movie. In what seems to be a unanimous opinion, Iman Vellani stole the show. I was a bit concerned that I wouldn't connect with the character of Miss Marvel, but I was wrong. Vellani's enthusiasm makes me feel like a kid excited about comics and X-Men Saturday mornings, which brings me to the post-credit scene. Binary! This is the codename Carol Danvers takes after Rogue snatched her powers, and then Carol got repowered and joined the X-Men. I think this universe has I think this universe has a fully functional Rogue, sugar. But if Binary is still in the X-Mansion, then Rogue is likely still with the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. I have many thoughts as I was a huge X-Men kid, and since we learned Disney bought the movie rights, I've been boning up on the X comics. Yes, Keith, that is a phrase people use. Also,
thank you.
Also, Binary is wearing 2 quantum bands, so maybe she tries to help Monica to get home. Does she cause an incursion that gives us a multiverse of Avengers versus X-Men movie in the MCU? Anyway, I hope we get more of this universe in Deadpool 3 instead of a great mid-credit scene not being used again for 83 years. It's so long. Knob Sterling, wonderful comment there.
All right. First of all, it's 84 years in Titanic. That's the gift.
It was close.
You were a year off.
Yeah, a year off. Oh man, I shared on the on the Discord, and this may offend a couple of folks, but I thought it was a hilarious meme, so forgive me. I slept with a homeless man and let him drown. The greatest love story of all time. Anyway.
You put that in our Discord?
Yes. I did.
Oh, I thought you only shared it with us.
I did both.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes I share it with my broader group of friends. I thought it was fucking hilarious. Anyway, but
it is really funny, honestly.
And hysterical. I'm sorry.
I love that movie. I love that movie so much, but that is a sentence that boils it down.
Oh, Avengers
so much room in that fucking hard
door. It does. But we're focusing on 83 or 84 years. Keith, X-Men versus Avengers, boning out or not? What are you thinking?
I'll bone up. I'll bone out. I'm excited for all the bones. Yes, I would love to see that. We need to see that. That would be cool as hell. And then them basically find common ground, join forces by the end of, I don't know, 3 movies, maybe 2. That would be kind of cool to see. I just love that Binary is a character we're getting. When Deadpool 2 came out and we had all these like really awesome character, like 3rd-tier characters come in for 5 seconds on a mission that fails miserably, but they're real X-Men characters, and you're like, oh shit, oh my god, I remember him growing up, or I remember that. And yeah, we need more characters because the bench is deep with X-Men, and we've only scratched the surface. I would love to see more than just the same 5 thrown at you all the time. So well, I'm excited for all the bones. You should say that, Whitney. That is a new phrase I want everyone saying. Excited for all the bones.
Oh man, yeah.
Drink your milk.
I was gonna say Binary's not even one that is thrown at us all the time.
No, that's
ever.
That's what I mean.
That's the point. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Like there's a ton of space X-Men experiences and adventures and stuff that they do in the comics, and there's a lot more characters that they meet through those adventures too. Like they're way bigger than just a Westchester, New York kind of small, local team.
I like it. I like it. Good deal. Amy.
It's the blue furry monster.
Amy, obviously not being such a big fan of the comics or the X-Men show, you didn't really watch much of the X-Men show growing up, did you?
I don't know how, honestly.
It's okay.
Like we watched Power Rangers, we watched Gargoyles, we watched Mighty Max.
But the X-Men,
Street Sharks.
I cannot wait.
I'll watch that, right?
Street Sharks. Is that when people you just film people in the street, and when they shart, you're like, got him, Dano. Put it on the
street.
It's like candid camera for people that shit themselves. Hey, we're here with Street. Hey, I'm Brandon from Street Sharks. We just got you on camera sharting yourself, by the way. Gotcha, bitch. And then they just run away.
Street Sharks was dope.
Street Sharks.
Did y'all have Mighty Mice or Biker Mice from Mars? Did you guys ever watch that one?
No. I had Mighty Max.
Or Mummies Alive.
Never watched
another
that
good
either.
one.
Never watched that.
Yeah.
And Jean Grey deserves better. That's what I'm gonna say. Derek, I see you, man.
Same.
And I agree. Jean Grey is such an amazing
You're
focal
just trying
point.
to get on his good side. He's just sucking up to you.
I love I can't be nice to anyone. I have to be suck it up. You know what?
Yeah. Knock it off.
Fuck off with your street sharts, Amy. I'm done with it.
But I don't know how. But yeah, no, you're right. I didn't watch X-Men growing up, and I don't know how. I missed that. I got Power Rangers. I got
Frasier.
Frasier. I got Friends. I got Gargoyles.
You had Friends?
I got.
At one point?
I did.
Okay.
At one point, I did.
Well, that's amazing. Congrats. I'm happy to know that you got Friends at one point. Hate that you lost them all, but you had them. You had them.
I just lost one.
That's my ex. That's my ex.
Oh, pivot.
That's my X-Men ability. A lot of people are like, how do you just make fireworks show up on demand? How do you do it?
He's a mutant.
I'm a mutant. That's it. I mean, that's exactly it. Here it is. Right there. Boom.
There's your Jubilee fan. Yep. There's Jubilee.
I'm Jubilee all damn day. You're welcome. And I can also
I'm Nightcrawler.
I can make just hearts appear randomly. I don't know. Still don't know how I do it, by the way. I'm still curious. I've never Googled why it happens for me.
You just made Keith disappear.
Yeah, Keith's gone.
What did you do?
Well, I did the fireworks, and so he got...
Oh. You turned Keith into fireworks?
Yeah. Now I'm going to bring him back. Watch. See? Told you. He's back. Told you. Works. Every time. See? Just got to reverse it out. So anyway.
You just got to reverse it out.
Jubilee's nuts, says Derek. Now I'm never going to hear Jubilee the same.
What do you guys think of the comments about Dar-Ben being kind of a lame villain?
I don't agree with that.
Kind of agree. I liked the premise of stealing resources to make her planet a better place. Don't get me wrong. I actually like the premise. I like the premise. Acting felt a very generic Marvel villain, you know. Performance was generic Marvel villain. Yes, I like the motives, but at the end of the day, it still felt very package it up. Here you go, Marvel villain. And so, yeah, I kind of agree with where Naba is coming from. I mean, I talked to somebody about this movie, and they were like, "What was the villain?" They saw the movie, and they were like, "What was the villain's name?" That's all I need to know. If someone has to be like, I looked it up when we were doing our review. If you hear me kind of stutter at the beginning, because I was like, "What?" It was Dar-Ben. It was Dar-Ben. Like, it took me a second to Google and find the casting so I could read Dar-Ben. I'm sorry if I'm having to Google your name after I saw the movie twice. That's not good. So anyway, cool motives, lackluster delivery, in my opinion.
I think it's one of those things that might have been improved from a bit longer runtime. Like it could have been like maybe that she had a great scene in a scene that was cut or something that would have given a bit more gravitas to her character. But yeah, it could have just been that they rushed.
Yeah.
As well. Yeah.
I know Emmy completely disagrees. What are you thinking?
Not completely disagree, but like I felt like she was given enough time that I understood her motives. I understood what she was trying to do. I got it.
You
then
you just are sitting there with your beak open, like, feed me, Papa Kev.
Yeah, truly. I mean, honestly.
We had this conversation off air earlier today, so sorry. That's where this comes from. She's like,
anything that Papa Kevin wants to give me, I'm down.
Just put it in my mouth, Kev, please. Just
Padre, please.
Oh, sorry.
Padre, can you hear me?
All right.
It's pronounced Pedro.
Pedro. Oh. He's coming to the MCU. Oh,
he is, and he's playing every single part in the Fantastic Four, and I can't wait.
I can't wait for him to be Sue Storm. I saw that image. He looks so good as Sue.
Yeah. Do you guys realize that picture is from when he was on SNL?
Yeah.
They saw him and they're like, get him as Sue now.
He needs to be Sue.
Needs to be Sue.
But no, I did have an actual point there.
Sorry.
Shit. No, it's fine. It's gone now.
All right. Well, we're gonna get to our next listener. There he goes.
Goodbye.
We're gonna get to Monty Hill. So they said, such an enjoyable, fun time. In my opinion, this is what a superhero movie should be like. Watched it 3 times so far, and each time has been a hit. I was skeptical about Brie as Captain Marvel from the start. She played this character in a more likable tone. The chemistry of the Marvels was exactly what I wanted. I'm excited for the future of these characters and the MCU. 11-year-old Monty actually screamed during the mid-credit scene when Hank McCoy showed up. But as someone who lost their mother at 18, the acting from Tiona Paris made me sob. She acted exactly how I would have acted. I didn't expect that swift turn of emotions. I made my way to the Outback Bar after that, LOL. Thank you all for the hours of amazing commentary and entertainment. How do I book a trip to Aladna? Monty, beautiful comment. Beautiful, Monty. Thank you for sharing also, but also just thank you for the amazing comment. That was really, really cool. And loved the Marvels. Loved everything about it. That is really, really cool. What are you thinking, Emmy?
I mean, honestly, same. Like, I'll meet you there. I will definitely book a trip to Aladna.
Yeah.
In a heartbeat. Are you kidding me? I can't wait to be at Aladna.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, nice. They can't hear you.
Do you guys hear?
If you're not singing.
Do you guys hear that angel? There's an angel with golden pipes playing. Oh, it's just Emmy singing. Sorry. My apologies.
I just hear Emmy.
Yeah, that's I tried. I tried. I really tried.
I appreciate you trying. I did make a stink face about Brie as Captain Marvel and being the character in a more likable tone in this movie, because that hits me a certain way.
She was.
Captain Marvel was taken a certain way, and the Marvels, I feel like, is being taken a different way. And I'm glad that it is. Like, I'm glad that I feel like people are more open to this movie, and I'm very excited for it.
I think she's showing range. I think she,
yes.
not Brie Larson, the character. I genuinely think the character is showing range, and so thus Brie Larson is showing range as well. I get why Brie Larson was the way. I still love Captain Marvel. That is seriously one of my favorite MCU movies. But she's very rigid in that movie. But I get it. I get it. I would be the exact. I didn't feel pulled out of it because I was like, oh, that makes sense with her character. I was there. You know, to me, it wasn't terrible acting. It was just a very. And this one, I don't know. But anyway.
Nobody said it was terrible acting.
Some people have. Some people have. They said, some people have commented, oh, Captain Marvel's bullshit. I'm just saying, I never felt that way.
She should smile more.
I like when she's.
Oh, God.
But she should sing more. So there you go. Keith, what do you think about it?
Well.
There you go.
Here we go. This movie, they were like, she'll sing a lot.
Yeah.
And fuck you.
All right. Well, that's a choice.
I loved Aladna. I wish that if anything, we got to see like a moment of one of the others, like I said in the episode, talking to one of the people who aren't bilingual and who could not understand when you speak instead of sing. That would have been so fun to see them just confused, be like, like singing back to them but not understanding speak. It would be nice. But like, I think again that the things that the little nitpicks I have about this movie are things that could have been solved with just a bit longer runtime, I honestly think. But I don't know. Some people will say, what was it, an hour and 40 minutes? Maybe
it was.
Hour. Yeah, some people
right
say
around
that's
there.
still too long. Like, oh my God.
Oh, it was breezy. It was a breezy movie.
Yeah.
All right.
I think that she was maybe written differently. Brie Larson particularly was, the writing is where it maybe seemed wooden, because her character did have some moments of like genuine comedy when she first lands to Earth and thinks, like, calls this, that, whatever, and like doesn't understand Earth's customs. That was funny and should have been played with more, I think, because then it becomes, as soon as she meets Nick Fury, then he's the comedic relief, and like everything he does with Goose and interacting with other people. I think that's mostly he kind of stole the show in that first movie. But
it was the classic fish out of water, narrative.
They could have played with that more.
I was going to say they could have really. Yeah, I agree there, Keith. So far, everyone's loving this. This is awesome. So we're going to get to our next comment. This is Scarlet Wit. Whitney, by the way, all thinking about you, and just know that we all really, really big hugs to you, my friend. And Kamala stole the show for me in this movie, but Monica was a close second. I don't mind Monica's hesitation surrounding her using her powers, because they're so brand new to her. Kamala's family was fantastic, especially when they fought back using a mop and a vase or a lamp over the head of a bad guy. I appreciate that Carol and Monica are like me in that they can't resist touching something pretty and shiny. I know the villain wasn't super threatening as far as villains go, but I felt that I did understand her motive. The Skrull evacuation was so emotional and realistic, especially Kamala's helplessness and terror. I thought Kamala's facial expressions and dialogue were so endearing, telling Dar-Benn she got the bangle from my grandma. I love that scene. And her scream when she sees Goose to do her thing for the first time, LOL. I absolutely loved Goose in this movie, and I loved everything about the baby Flurkins and the whole sequence. I also liked the musical Planet. Not that I love every musical, but people saying it lasted too long are exaggerating, in my opinion. Plus, it's comic accurate. Lastly, and most importantly, forget Lokius. Bring on Val Carroll. Scarlet Wit here, knocking it out of the park. Val Carroll, Emmy, you started waving your hands up in the air immediately on hearing that, so it's yours.
It was just one. It was just one, and it was just like a really hearty fist bump. But yeah, Valkyrie and Carol together. I'm sorry, there is nothing in the universe they could not solve.
Valvers.
Together.
Valvers, yeah.
Reds are on fire, says in the chat. Sorry, Valvers. Val Carroll forever, a Mandalorian. That is awesome. Don't worry. Down. I obviously addressed this too. LMAO. Nice.
I'm so glad.
There's going to be a lot more Val Carroll talk, which is great.
Good.
This is somebody else. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that I am a teacher. I don't know if you guys knew this, but I am a teacher. And yesterday marked my Thanksgiving break, and so the last 5 days haven't counted, period, at all.
Okay. They haven't counted.
They haven't counted.
Okay.
So somewhere I saw somebody who said, did anybody else, and it was probably the Discord, did anybody else think about the fact that Valkyrie really showed up in a Marvel movie in her Men in Black costume?
I swear to you, and I did think of that when I first saw it. Second watch, did not think about it again. Never saw it, but the first moment I saw it, I was like, is this a crossover? No, fuck, she's Valkyrie. What am I fucking thinking? I swear to you, but it was just so quick, and then it cut, the movie just obviously kept going. My brain forgot about it quick, but that's crazy. You unlocked it. Yes, initially did think about it, and even mindfuckery, I was like, what is it? I did. And I never saw that movie. I just saw the previews 500 times.
I haven't seen that movie either.
Yeah.
Has anyone seen that movie?
I did see. Oh my God. Wouldn't that be funny if nobody's seen that movie?
Anyone in the chat.
International. Who's seen Men in Black International?
Let us know in the chat if I've seen it. Damn it, Derek.
Okay.
Derek, keep the joke alive.
Damn it, Derek.
Derek, you son of a bitch. The joke was everyone says, I haven't seen it, and then we keep going. All right? So we're going to try this again. We're going to edit all this out.
Chat.
We're going to edit this all out.
Movie.
Hold on. We're going to edit this all out. We're not gonna... Hey, chat, has anyone seen Men in Black International?
MIBI?
MIBI? I've seen it. Derek! Son of a... All right.
Derek.
No, I have not. Never.
I've seen it.
Hey,
Nobody.
Did you guys realize?
Got us.
No, what's that? See, look at it. Chat's doing their part. Never heard of it. All right, we'll keep that part in.
That in the first Men in Black?
Yes.
Am I muted?
No, sorry.
What's happening?
I'm sorry. I'm talking too much. Go on. I'm sorry.
In the first Men in Black,
Men in Black,
Chris Hemsworth looks different.
Yep. No, Emmy.
Well, first of all,
you're not muted. What do you have
Chris
to say?
Hemsworth isn't in it.
Not muted, Emmy. What do you got?
The person who...
Now she's muted. Now no one can hear her. So anyway, now she said, fuck. You could read her lips right at that moment. She's upset because now she is... Oh, there's the face. I try so hard. Now you're unmuted.
I had no idea what was going on because I could still hear her on Zoom.
I did actually mute you. Yeah, no one on the stream or the podcast will hear you. But yeah, I definitely muted you.
Censorship on the Marvels episode, Brandon.
You were just talking over me.
Come on.
Oh my goodness. Did you know?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, now I have to Google myself and make sure that I'm right.
What are you talking?
Well, now I'm not sure.
Oh my God! We waited this entire time. And
Can I just here? I'll talk about Valkyrie's outfit.
Thank you.
First of all,
please.
I think I have loved everything that she has shown up wearing, like, because she's the king of Asgard now, right? And every time she's got the coolest.
She looks awesome.
Steez.
President.
She's got the greatest
Isn't she
studs.
President?
I think she's king.
Does
she go by president?
I thought it was king too.
I thought they were making like the statement that
yeah,
you can call her king, and I love it.
I thought she was going by president because presidents are cooler.
Are you making things up on the fly, Emmy?
No, I don't. I just feel like if you're elected by people, it's cooler than.
When was she elected? Thor gave it to her.
Thor was just like, yeah.
That was not an election. When did we watch the movie where Valkyrie ran for Asgard president? What are you talking about?
Obviously, we didn't watch that movie. That would be boring.
Okay. No, she's not President Valkyrie. She is King Valkyrie.
Okay. Oh, okay. So democracies aren't cool anymore.
It's a political campaign movie by Marvel.
Oh God. Help us.
The slings and arrows of politics and New Asgard.
I think
Aaron Sorkin.
Reds are on fire says in the chat, President Loki ? Are you confusing the President Loki with President Valkyrie?
Well, I just thought the presidents were cooler, so I wanted her to be president.
Okay. All right. We're gonna move on. We're gonna try. Who knows if we'll get there, but we're gonna try. All right.
Cool.
The real feels that Monica Rambeau feels about losing her mother. I loved the showing the flaws and the selfishness that they have with like her and her understanding with Carol, because depression can make a person very much, very closed-minded, and she's not realizing that Carol's been out there trying to save millions and stuff like that. But it's like, I miss my aunts, I miss my family, and that's 100% she's in her right to feel that. I love that delving into as well, because you don't how many characters had lost a parent in this in the MCU, and we're not getting that kind of aunt niece relationship ever before, at least not that I've seen. So it was a nice new dynamic.
Yeah, well said, man. Good deal. We have our next comment. It is from oh have you already Googled what you needed to Google, Amy?
I did Google. Yeah.
Right. What you got?
They've already told you in chat that it was king, not president. I don't know why you're Googling.
Yeah.
Well, no, that wasn't what I was Googling.
Oh, right. Men in Black 1.
Probably should have Googled that too, but anyway, yeah. Sorry.
Probably should have. Yeah. Did you guys know that Vincent D'Onofrio is the person who...
Can you say his last name?
Edgar.
Vincent D'Onofrio.
There you go.
Nice.
Did I do better that time?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you did great.
He is the person who plays the guy who looks like he's melting in the first Men in Black.
Yes,
Sugar,
I did know that.
Water.
Oh my god!
He pulls his skin back. He's like, "Is that better?"
Oh
yeah, it's awesome.
The visuals of that movie.
He's gonna be in Columbus with me and Amanda and Whitney and Red's on Fire, whose real name I think is Jeremy.
You should give him a cup of sugar water. He loves that.
He loves sugar water.
And just like bring it from home.
Is he a hummingbird?
Yep.
I didn't know he was a hummingbird. Okay. The more you know.
His character in the movie is part cockroach / alien, so he's like into sugar. Like he wants sugar.
Sugar water.
We actually out here in the South, we do feed our hummingbirds. So yeah, when you say sugar water, I'm like, oh well, you just being nice to the birds. That's what we have as well. We have it right next to our porch swing.
Well, that's why we call it sweet water. It's because we put sugar in it.
That's exactly right. Damn
right.
That's right. Yeah, that's why we call it sweet tea as well, because we just put, little bag of dirt, little sugar, and you got some sweet tea.
That's why it smells like ass.
I feel like I'm traveling the world right now and opening my mind to all sorts of new horizons.
Don't open your mind at all. Don't do it.
Don't. All right, guys, we're going to get to our next comment here.
Oh, John, I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew. That's my favorite.
That's what I'm drinking. Mountain Dew. Oh, it's an energy drink Mountain Dew makes. It is.
I'll come at you like a spider monkey.
It just keeps me awake. I'd be asleep if I didn't have this. So, good deal. We're going to keep going, though. All right. Next comment we have is from Jarrett. Jarrett Wilkins says, respectfully speaking, none of the three Marvels are my favorite superheroes, even though I still think their powers are awesome. Emmy, control your facial expressions until...
Are we...
Oh, yeah.
Are we
you didn't know you were on camera this whole time?
Damn it.
Whole time.
Oh, you've been visual the entire time, Emmy.
Inside.
I think it's
inside voices.
I think it's
inside
faces. I think it's because we barely spent enough time with them as characters. At least this movie gives them the opportunity to explore their abilities a little more. I was more so drawn in by the acting and character relationships. I love these actresses. I was living for Kamala's geeking out. Oh, Captain, my Captain. Monica's nonverbal reaction in this scene was priceless. Relationship building and mending could have used a little more time. I like the hugging scene with the three of them, but Monica deserved more time to resolve these issues with Carol, and that was conveniently left up to the scroll mind-reading device. Also, where was Nick Fury's wife, Priscilla, and Kamala's sister-in-law, Taisha? I felt like they needed to be there. This was a female character-led film, and yet the wives stayed home? Isn't Priscilla right there on the space station with Fury, as established in the ending of Secret Invasion? We're going to pause there. Jarrett, damn good point. Emmy's got the index finger up in the air. She does that when she's got something to say. So, Emmy, what you thinking?
That's all I had to say. It was just, that's a good fucking
point. Good. Sorry.
Where the hell is Priscilla?
Okay, where is Priscilla? Keith, where's Priscilla? Keith?
Where?
In the back.
Who is
somewhere.
Priscilla? Why is Priscilla?
Emmy?
How is Priscilla?
Yes.
I think that it's just such a big space station, and he trusts Priscilla so much. She's running an entirely different giant part of that space station. She's taking care of that part. He's taking care of the other part, and then she probably gets eaten by a flurkin. She's fine. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about it so much.
I love how instead of where is Priscilla, it turned in how is Priscilla. She's fine. She's fine.
She's fine.
We got more, Jarrett. He says now on
her therapist said that she's doing okay.
Yeah,
she's doing okay now.
She's doing all right.
Great.
Now on to Valkyrie.
She's made moves.
Yeah, she's all right. I love any opportunity that we get to see Tessa Thompson, and I love that she and Carol seem to be a couple now, or that they have a romantic history with one another. Either way, I wonder what Valkyrie's hosting the Skrulls will lead to. Are we going to witness attacks on New Asgard, by Skrull hating governments? I guess New Asgard could definitely hold its own, but even in the rest of the planets, even if the rest of the planets allied against them. Sorry, I can't read right now. Also, Valkyries in Norse legends were the choosers of the slain, meaning those who died heroically in battle were personally escorted by the Valkyries to Valhalla. Does Valkyrie have the ability to send Marvel's dead heroes onto Valhalla, even if they're not Asgardian? I hope this gets explained in the near future. God, sure, mind-blowing. I love the Aladdin scenes. I love that this was Marvel's first attempt at a musical. The prince was gorgeous. The world looked very interesting, like they were instantly ready for a festival. I wonder, will we get to see more of it? I know some people hated the idea of making a singing planet, or that the MCU would incorporate singing at all, but this is not unprecedented at all. A lot of TV series with long-ass runs will eventually do a musical episode. I struggle to think of anything outside of Buffy and Xena that had one, but when done well, it doesn't feel gimmicky. I think this was done very well, and to me personally, it was funny to think that some of it may have staged for Kamala's benefit. May have been staged for Kamala's benefit. I'm going to pause here. A lot to unpack. I should have probably stopped a few sentences ago. Choosers of the Slain, Valkyrie.
I love that.
And, having the ability to send Marvel's dead heroes onto Valhalla, explained in the future, that sounds absolutely remarkable.
I bet they will explain that in the future, but not when you think. No, I think they're going to take their sweet-ass time getting back to Valkyrie, and we're just going to have to buckle in for the long haul and wait for a little bit more of a focus on her character to get that kind of answer. I love that. Choosers of the Slain. That's so cool. Love Norse mythology. I wish I had more time to look it up.
Yep. That is awesome. I was wondering if she bumped her head talking about Kamala during the scroll evacuation and dreamed up this Wizard of Oz-esque turn of events where her hero, Captain Marvel, was also a princess and could sing and dance really well. Laughing emojis. I really would have loved having Captain Marvel's Adventures in Space as a Star Trek-esque series where we get to visit different Marvel Universe planets. That was actually my boyfriend's suggestion, but still a good one. Damn, Trekkie nerd. Lastly, I think it was ingenious of Marvel to use memories from cats playing in the scene where the Flurkins ate the crew. Fun fact, that was actually my late mother's favorite Broadway play and song. Rest in peace, Mom. Thank you guys so much for giving us this platform and for appreciating all our comments. I love hearing from all four of you. You're all truly wonderful people. Thank you, and happy Thanksgiving. Wow.
Oh, Jarrett,
you're
for real.
to tears.
You are wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much for reaching out. And great comments, by the way, too. Just loaded.
Happy Thanksgiving to you, too.
Yeah. Emmy, you're touched. I can see it in your face.
I really am.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry that somebody in your family loved cats because, honestly, it is psychotic.
So, fun fact, my wife, Jarrett, is obsessed with cats. Loves the musical.
The
musical, not the weird movie. The musical
or the animal.
Yeah. God, have you ever had one of them? My God. Anyway, no.
Also psychotic.
I swear to you, last stream when we got done, I had a nice turkey sandwich from Panera sitting on a counter waiting for me after we got done. Knew about it for hours. I walked out, and there's my cat. Shredded all of the wrapper that the Panera sandwich was in, eating my turkey sandwich. I didn't eat dinner that night. I went to bed hungry. Cats. Am I right? Am I right? Anyway, but yeah. Not a fan. Anyway, and because of my wife, I know Rum Tub Tugger is a curious cat. I know that. I would never have that clue. We have it on vinyl as well. Not my choice to spin on the record player. I'd prefer a little Fleetwood Mac or Doobie Brothers, but she puts on cats. And so, yeah, different strokes for different folks. And the fact that it was your mother's, that is a beautiful, beautiful thing. And thank you so much for sharing, Jarrett. That is absolutely wonderful.
It is a beautiful song. Best thing to come out of that play, for sure. That musical is that song.
I don't think there's a best thing that came out of it. I mean,
That song got us that Flurkin scene and made it all the better.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. I concede. You win.
As for the Trekkie part,
mm-hmm.
I'm a bit of a Trekkie myself, I gotta be honest. Not a good one. Like I don't practice, but like
I don't practice.
Damn. Trekkie nerd. I love a good Star Trek. I grew up watching Next Generation. I loved the newer movies that came out with Chris Pine. Honestly, I would love to see another one. But yeah, there's so many Star Trek shows now that it is hard to keep up. But I absolutely would love. I'd love to see the Marvels traveling through space and having these adventures. The three of them. I know we've got some Eternals out there that could use some rescuing as well that are in space. Just kept captive by some.
That is
Tiamat.
One of my only nitpicks that I didn't really talk about on the main podcast was we see a huge gap in time between Carol Danvers in Captain Marvel and Carol Danvers post Endgame, and obviously she talks about it in Endgame. Hey, there's a lot of planets that need a lot more help, and they don't have you guys. They had me. Obviously, we see her blow up a computer AI and take away a sun from a planet. But I would have really liked, I'd like this idea that Jarrett talked about, like a series of, Carol Danvers' adventures of going from planet to planet. I really think it would have been awesome to explore that. Now, Brie Larson in a Disney Plus series, is that possible? I don't know. I wish it would. Gosh, make it a 15-episode series, and like Mandalorian. Mandalorian has a new place. I would have loved to seen where she was at during that large gap in time. I think it would have been a really cool way to explore that. So that's as a takeaway. Really well said, Jarrett.
We could all do what I did the other night before watching Multiverse of Madness for the second time or third time or whatever, is just pretend there was a series that bridged the gap and explained why Wanda's evil now, and just gave us a nice slow burn introduction, and then it made the movie so much better.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it, like about 30% more than I was expecting to. Yeah.
Because all you had to do was pretend.
Make some shit up, dream it, whatever.
Pretend 8 episodes of something, and then just
or 6.
Oh, wow.
It just took 6.
Yeah.
No, only 6. Okay. You stopped and talked to Keith about stuff about musicals, and I just have to say that there have been multiple fantastic episodes of shows that have been musicals. For example, when How I Met Your Mother, when they did Suits, amazing.
Yeah.
I can't think of any more. I really thought that I would be able to think of more.
South Park.
The Buffy one comes to mind for me. The South Park. South Park is very musically talented.
They are. They're incredible. South Park did their whole movie as a musical, as well as they did a few Christmas specials. Or I know one Christmas special was all music. It was all singing. So like
the music in Team America, the Book of Mormon, like they know their music.
Yep,
for sure.
Psych.
There's multiple episodes.
Simpsons had at least one. Psych. Joker is a musical, Jonathan says, which the next movie of Joker, which is still going to be very interesting, by the way. Cannot wait.
With Lady Gaga. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm excited.
So this is someone in the chat, 510 Yasmin. By the way, thank you guys for making me smile for 2 to 3 hours now, more than ever, because my mom was diagnosed with leukemia and I've been feeling down lately. This has been a good distraction in these tough times. I'm only 20 years old. I would love to see my mom and dad attend my siblings' graduation. Thank you for the podcast. I love you guys so much. I'm in the hospital with her right now, and I'd be lying if I said I haven't cried. Yasmin, thank you so much for sharing that comment, and thank you for
that's incredible
allowing us to be there. Seriously, we really appreciate you listening, and we so incredibly sorry about the diagnosis, but please know we're rooting for you and rooting for her, and whatever you need, you reach out, you say, hey. If you need a pick me up or a laugh, you just reach out. We're on the Discord all the time. Feel free. Just know that there's an amazing community and the three of us goofballs as well. And we love you and appreciate you. Okay. So thank you so much for being so brave to share that. It's really, really remarkable. Thank you.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah. Good deal, guys. And the chat just lighting up with amazing love, like they always do, because our community is the best. I know I'm biased, I don't give a damn. They always prove me right every time. So wonderful.
Mr. Starosky Gaming, we're a family in here, or we're a family here. Heart emoji. Yeah, 100%. Well said.
Yeah. exactly.
Reach out.
Yeah. Well said. All right, guys, we are going to go to Mr. Tim Bubb, I believe, is our next one. And when she just said Scrubs had a musical episode as well. So more music, but we are going to get to Mr. Bubb's comment here. He said, I really enjoyed this movie. The villain was uninteresting, but I was there for the heroes, not the villains. Hashtag Marvel movies. Am I right? My goodness. I really like Kamala's solo comics, and Iman Vellani killed it. I really respect and appreciate the level of passion she brings to the role and beyond. She even is writing the current miniseries that is reintroducing Kamala as a mutant. I would argue that no other Marvel actor has put the same level of passion into their character for that reason alone. Good grief. Well said, Tim. I am not a fan of The Singing Planet. I'm not mad about it, but it really broke my immersion. Do we think an
There's a good pause. Get him, Emmy. Get him.
No. I'm not going to let her fight a listener after we just said we're a family.
I'm not.
We're all family here.
I'm not going to fight here because it is said he was not a fan.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not mad about it.
Okay.
You don't got to be a fan of musicals. You don't have to love The Singing Planet.
I get that. And anybody who is in that camp who was not mad and was not a fan of it, they're not bad about it. Fucking loosen up.
All right. Hey, Tim seems loose. He says,
I feel like it's so much fun.
To me, it was so short where even if it threw you out, it was such a short little blip. And gosh,
yes.
I'm not a musical fan. I thought it was enjoyable. I thought it was great. I think it's just making the MCU more layered, which if I can take a severed head of a celestial where they mine for resources, yet I can't have people singing on a planet. Come on, man. Come on. Let's just chill out. Anyway.
Eat a Snickers.
Eat a Snickers. Good deal.
Not endorsed by Snickers.
No, we're not.
Damn it.
Not sponsored.
We should be, though.
Yes.
Feel free.
Words are important.
Feel free. Snickers, we'll wait for that check in the mail. What's our address, Emmy, for them to send that Snickers check to? I'm joking, by the way.
Oh, well, I'm still going to give it. 5661 Knoxville, Tennessee. 37928.
That's P.O. Box 5661.
Oh, P.O. Box. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
If you just send it to 5661, you're never going to get it to us. Do we think an incursion will be how the X-Men are introduced, or that they are just foreshadowing Beast by introducing his variant? I'd rather the X-Men originate in the main universe and get a slow build-up to the team. We get a little bit more time with each of them, and it creates better world building for stories to come, in my opinion. I want the Phoenix, but written well. I want Weapon X. I want Genosha, To get all of that, I feel like they have to organically come from the main Earth. Tim, that's a really, really good comment there. Keith, I'm going to pause here before we get to that last little bit from Tim. What do you think if they're X-Men are off? Do you think that will maybe set us back a little bit here, or what do you think?
As a big X-Men fan, that's what I got into Marvel first. Those comics, the cartoon series, they're the ones I drew religiously all over the place as a kid. I think that I would love for them to go back and start from scratch, or start showing how they got established. I would maybe like to see that later in maybe a flashback. I kind of want them to be established. I'd like them to not have to explain why they're in space, why they've got a spaceship, to have a full-fledged roster of both teachers and students already functioning at a school that's been going for some time. It almost just makes more sense at this point to have it be an incursion, have them have been operational for many years, many generations, and just catch us up and go, okay, well, we want to dive into this character a little bit more. Let's do a flashback. We want to do this character a little bit more. Let's have a whole movie dedicated to them, whatever. But because you've got so many characters now, and if we're going down to, less movies a year, less shows, more focus on singular storytelling, you've got that room to play. But to start again might be, I would feel like it would drag, and I really want to get to my X-Men now. Where's a fully functional team of characters I know, maybe some new ones I don't, and mix it up.
I kind of agree with you. It's a double-edged sword. To me, like, yeah, I want the X-Men established here now, adjacent to the Avengers. Let's get this. But in order for me to feel like the stories are done correctly, you have to do a slow build. I mean, gosh, Endgame and Infinity War wouldn't have meant anything without the previous 17, 18 movies before it. And so that's tough. That's tough. Like, do I want my cake now, or do I want to save it till after I eat? I still want the cake, but how long is it? And I don't mean it in the perverted way. I mean it in the food way, by the way. But hey, anyway, that's a really difficult one. But ultimately, I side with Tim here. I really do. I think build these characters up. Do not just, hey, flash that. Maybe it's going to be a bit of both. Hey, here's some mainstays that we just know right away. Here's who they are, and maybe kind of similar to what we're seeing now with these other tiered Avenger stories that are coming in now. Hey, bring in some Jubilees, bring in some people that are not the most well-known that would really round out the roster nicely while you still have that established space. So maybe a bit of both. Maybe that's the best approach.
I think with group, like, ensemble casts and characters getting to interact with each other, good writing goes a huge, long way when it comes to, you get caught up real quick if you just see how they talk to each other and see how they interact and see the kind of familiarity they have with each other. And we've gotten examples of teams of, ragtag heroes getting together and having that big slow motion pose. And even the What If series, you could tell they're doing that, and they're referencing past stuff we've seen in the MCU to get you to think of this team of people you don't know the same way that you thought of the Avengers and stuff like that. So I think there is some play with both could be done, but I think we could catch up a lot of people on just having really good writing for an ensemble cast like we got with a lot of the Avengers movies.
Yeah. Well said. There's one last comment from Tim before we move forward. Tim says, one last thing. I'm starting to feel like the Avenger Rita has played itself out. Does anyone have any thoughts on what an Avenger Martini, a bingetini, that's really hard to say, a bingetini would taste like? Piss and vinegar. That's probably what it tastes like.
Heavy on the piss.
Come on.
I mean, maybe not.
Okay, first of all, a bincini.
Say it again.
Say that.
A bincini.
I love how you have to do that. This little
it helps.
hand.
This hand motion does help.
Yes.
A bincini.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, but there is some green olive in there.
Okay. Right.
You can picture it in your mind's eye, the green olive.
Yeah, there's definitely.
What flavor is what's the flavor of the drink? Apple.
Vermouth.
Ooh,
that ain't bad.
A bincini.
Teeny.
Sounds bitter.
A bincini. I should do that.
There you go.
A bincini.
I don't hate it. I really don't.
I think that has to be the name for sure.
I think so too. I really do.
Okay.
All right. Well, we've got
some. We got
some suggestions from the chat.
Cake.
Okay. All right, guys.
That was before. I'm sorry.
I know, but maybe a cake drink. Who knows? Everclear and Mephisto.
Oh, that kind of cake. I thought I turned around or something. Someone was yelling cake.
Yeah, that's what I say every time you turn around. Cake. Anyway, Tim Bub, Everclear, and Mephisto brand abstinent. Oh, that would be good. Okay.
No.
Confirmed.
I mean, the Mephisto brand absinthe, I don't know that goes with olives, green olives.
A bincini sounds.
You said olives. They didn't sell them.
A bincini sounds like something you would order at Panera. Where is Annabelle when you need her? Totally could have tossed baked in there. Annabelle, shout out. Derek said. Rihanna, anyone? Yes. That is really, really awesome. Okay, good deal. Well,
all right.
A bincini. I like it. It does feel very Panera-ish, though.
I don't think that you said it appropriately.
A bincini? What did you say?
A bincini.
Oh, sorry. Chini.
You didn't do the hand motion.
A bincini. I apologize, Amy. You're right.
A bincini.
Yeah, that's a good point. All right, we're going to get to our next
A bincini. What are you? No.
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 In the words of Doctor Strange, crap.
We don't talk about Multiverse of Madness here, okay? Jared, not even trying to allude to it. All right, good deal. All right, guys, we're going to get to our next comment here. This is from Jared. Hey, perfect segue. Jared said, Kamala's brother is my new favorite MCU side character. I love his humor, like when he calls his dad old and tries pulling an Adam Sandler on his mom with the remote. Hey, click reference. I like it. I love the singing to a point. Carol's dress on Aladdin did things to me. What'd they do, Jared? What'd they do? Let's see. I love that Kamala got her official uniform from Aladdin. The Flirt Kittens bit felt very Guardians of the Galaxy to me. That is a good thing. I love that as well, Jared, and that's a really good callback. I like that. The fight choreography was amazing the whole time. I love Fury in the scene where he's like, "Are you playing right now? Well, don't. Stop." I think he says, or are you praying right now? Excuse me. Are you praying right now? Well, don't stop. I thought it was the touching shit thing that you were going to say. No, are you praying right now? Well, don't stop. We could use all the help we can get. Amen. Amen. My only complaint is that the villain wasn't very well written. This is definitely a movie I could watch to have a good time. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving, everyone. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving yourself, Jared. Great comment, man. Great comment. And Jared, I mean, literally, I think he said it really, really well. It's just a fun time. This is definitely a movie I could watch to have a good time.
This felt like a comic book, like a fun comic book. You pick it up, you catch up with some characters with some quick summary. I saw some people complaining that they're like, oh, maybe this movie didn't do that well in theaters because you have to watch 2 shows and not the movies. And if you never ventured out into the shows, you wouldn't know who 2 of these 3 titular characters are. Titular? How do you say it? Titular?
That sounds good.
Titular.
Yeah.
So I could understand why some people would be a little hesitant, but at the same time, it's like, this feels like a comic book. I knew who these characters were pretty damn quick by just watching what they do in this movie. So it just felt like a nice team up, fun, and getting to see characters interact that we never got to see before. So
love it.
I get the fun of it.
Yeah. I think he summarized it so well there, right at the end. It was just, it's a movie I could watch to have a good time.
Great comment, Jared.
There you go. Good stuff.
Someone wanted to make sure that we hit on in Aladdin when they all got their new suits. We haven't hit that yet.
Okay. I love it. I think all 3 of their suits look fantastic. They popped. The colors, the contrasts, everything to me works. I may say I like Captain Marvel's suit pre-Aladdin. Captain Rambeau and Miss Marvel, holy shit. 10 out of 10 for both of them. I do wish we got like the mask piece for Miss Marvel, make it full-blown Miss Marvel for me.
Yeah.
Because that was a gift from Bruno.
Exactly.
Right? So that had a special meaning. We didn't get him in this.
I would have loved if she had that callback where she like reached in her pocket or something and put that on and like kind of, even a quick flashback. Like people would be like, who's that? Maybe goes back.
Like at the end when she like accepts that she's, destined for this in this moment, she could have had that and been like, been reminded of her best friend.
Yes.
Who's off at Caltech. That would have been, yeah.
Love the look of but just that little touch would have been so perfect because she's already everything I need from a Miss Marvel. Just put that little, I'm a comic book accurate kind of like, I like that stuff. I still think Hawkeye, put on a damn helmet, Hawkeye. Jeez, I need that H on your forehead now. But either way, it was great. But they all 3 looked amazing. Slight advantage to the previous Captain Marvel uniform, but I still think they all were solid 10 out of 10s. Costuming, Marvel does it really well, and these 3 did not disappoint in the slightest.
No, I agree.
All right.
There was the moment where and I'm gonna say the wrong name. Yeah, Monica. Thank you, Monica.
Yep.
But she gets the proton suit.
Photon.
I think it was said proton in the comment that you were looking at, so I give you that.
Oh, okay. Photon.
No, but photon is the right answer.
So, but photon is the right answer.
Yeah.
So she wasn't proton, and she turned photon.
No.
Oh, fuck me! God damn it!
Neutron.
There it is.
Neutron.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jimmy Neutron.
No, we're not doing that. No. But my hair, I feel like I'm Jimmy Neutron-esque. Yeah.
It is esque, yes.
Yeah.
But so Monica takes the wings off of her suit, and I don't think that we talked about it, and that's comic accurate that she did have it in some drawings, and in some she didn't.
Okay.
In some she was like, fuck that. Fuck the patriarchy.
Yeah. Hey.
I love that for her.
Yeah. I agree.
I like when they do that, when they call back to like comic book accurate costumes and stuff like that. Just a wink and a nod. Like, remember the first X-Men? They're in the jet, and he's like, "What would you prefer, yellow spandex?"
No, I hated it.
Just give me the damn spandex.
Sorry, I hated that part. I was like, motherfuckers. God, the fact that we're getting Hugh Jackman in that costume before it's all said and done. Thank you, Marvel Studios. Thank you, Ryan Reynolds. Thank you, Hugh Jackman. I just love it.
I read my letters.
There's literally a photo of him. There's literally.
What don't we know?
You know that?
What do you mean we don't know that?
They are cock blocking the fuck out of y'all.
Do you know what cock block means?
Is cock? That's not the right.
That not cock blocking. They are
okay. All right, we're gonna move on to our next comment. We are gonna go over to Amanda Miller.
Teasing you. They are teasing
the
you.
bait and switch.
Yeah. Little
red herring.
Yes, there it is.
Similar to cock blocking. I can see how you get them mixed up.
Yeah. Okay, you're way nicer than me. Hi, Avengers. Guess what? I love the Marvels. Quick background. I enjoyed the Captain Marvel film, though I do see and agree with some of the issues it has. But I grew up in the 90s, and it was hitting all of those references. Carol was a strong female figure. It was for me. On to Miss Marvel. I especially loved that show. I know it's not an overwhelming fave, but it's among my top 3 MCU shows. I mean, I'm not going to really lie. The more I think about that show, the more I really, really like it. Between Loki, Moon Knight, and Miss Marvel, that may be my top 3 right there. I don't know. It's hard for me to think of another one above those 3.
Biggest nitpick with that show is I would have loved more Red Dagger and less Kamran as the like boy interest or the guy that she is aligned with, because Red Dagger's cooler and Kamran was kind of
Yeah, I do agree with that. I agree with that. I
agree with that.
Yeah, sorry.
Top 3 too.
Yeah, see, there you go. All right, so you're not alone.
It's definitely Loki, Moon Knight, and then something. And I think it's Miss Marvel.
Right.
I think you're right.
There you go.
All right. I saw so much of myself in Kamala, and it didn't matter that I was 33 at the time and she's 16. We love this nerd shit. It was the comfort show I really needed, and I will never forget how much it brought me out of some bad days. That being said, I was generally expecting to like the Marvels, internet bashing aside, and it delivered. Some high points. The switching practice montage. I love the double Dutch, and even though we heard Intergalactic in every trailer, it still worked for me to hear it throughout the scene. Costumes. I liked Kamala's a bit less than her OG suit, but Monica and Carol's were amazing. They looked so cool. Even their regular clothes were things I'd want to wear. Also, love that Monica is wearing that same 9 Inch Nails tee that Carol had back in the day. Really good call out, Amanda.
Yeah.
Kamala in general, I think we can all agree she was so funny, and Amon's delivery of lines was great. The fact that Monica just knew she was writing Captain Marvel fanfic was hilarious. Cannot wait to see more of her, and if you can, go read Amon's comic series. Really, really awesome. Because I think we even hinted at that in a previous comment as well. Tim Bubb, I think, was giving a shout out to her. So really, really cool as well.
Cool.
Taking the time away from the action to have conversations. While I do wish we might have gotten slightly more time with it, I was happy that Carol and Monica were able to address everything that was going on between them, and that Kamala seemed to be the mediator they needed to help them reconcile. Kate motherfucking Bishop. I was not at all expecting to see her. I think it's because in all the runs of Young Avengers that I've read, Kamala isn't part of the team. So it didn't even dawn on me for her to be the one that gets this going. I am so excited for it. Inject it directly into my veins. I swear to God, if they don't actually make this a reality, they are the dumbest schmucks in this galaxy. Valkyrie. I knew she was going to be in this for ages ago from a makeup trailer photo that had her picture hanging up, and I'm so glad they didn't cut the scene, and I'm so glad her and Carol are girlfriends. In my mind, let me believe it. LOL. Brie and Tessa have been long proponents of the Val Carol ship, and I know they wanted to make it happen in some way. This was perfect. A couple of other thoughts. Okay, first, before we go any further, any more Val Carol thoughts, guys, before?
Because it's legit.
Yep.
Okay.
It's happened.
Headcanon, but it's real.
It's
canon.
there.
All right. Amanda knocking it out of the park with her comments so far. A couple of other thoughts. I could have done with a little bit more exploration into Kamala's mutant status, but I kind of get it. They need to wait to get into it, and also it was a Marvel's movie, not a Kamala movie. X-Men. Very cool seeing Beast. And also Maria appears to be binary. Interesting. And lastly, as it often is, the villain wasn't supervillain level like Thanos. Not every villain has to be, and this movie felt relatively contained, and so I didn't have much of an issue with it, though I know the general consensus with Marvel's villain problem. That's all for me. I loved it. I've seen it twice. I want to try to see it one more time before it leaves theaters. I'd give it all the money if I could. If it would just shut those internet trolls up. Happy Thanksgiving and happy Wednesday, Keith. Oh,
thank you so much.
Amanda Lorian. Amanda's the best. That was really, really good. I love it. And happy Wednesday, Keith.
That was awesome.
It's really
I
sweet.
read too fast and I got there too quick.
Oh, so I was wondering what you were reacting to. I saw you reacting.
That's what made me giggle.
That is amazing. That is amazing.
Happy Wednesday, Keith.
Happy Wednesday, Keith.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, you know what we're thankful for? We're thankful for Keith. Keith, you are such a wonderful person. And though you don't celebrate Thanksgiving because you're a heathen,
No,
and Canada doesn't celebrate Thanksgiving, period, because they weren't really
they
discovered.
celebrated it like 2 weeks ago.
Emmy. We'll edit this part out. We'll edit that part out.
Oh, okay.
Even though Keith doesn't celebrate Thanksgiving at all, we still appreciate
like a
him.
heathen.
Canadians don't have. Remember, we're going to act like Canadians don't celebrate Thanksgiving. All right, take 3.
Ever.
Even though Keith doesn't celebrate Thanksgiving at all, we are so thankful for him. So thank you so much. I appreciate it.
I feel like it's better if you don't celebrate Thanksgiving. Like, do you know what Thanksgiving was?
No, Emmy, remember? No, we don't. No.
No. Remember?
It's
Sorry.
on the Thanksgiving day.
Yeah. We're not gonna bring up anything that could ruffle some.
We're gonna have
turkey
fun
feathers.
times.
Thanksgiving's a time where we all can be happy.
Feather.
And turkey
Don't
feathers.
worry, it's all gonna come up in echo.
Oh goodness! All right. Oh man,
I loved this comment.
What?
Kate motherfucking Bishop.
Yes.
Yes, I have missed her. I want that combo. And the two of them, I am very excited to see how they assemble the other young ones.
Mm-hmm.
And if they are the leaders of this, if they are meant to be kind of the Steve and Tony, I would love that too.
Yep. We talked about it a lot. Well, not even a lot. We talked about it very briefly a little bit in our review, but like Kate Bishop, please. This is where I'm really struggling with Marvel lately is these post-credit scenes we've seen in the Eternals, we've seen in Multiverse of Madness, we've seen in various different forms now, and there's no immediate payoff. Where the payoff used to be a movie or two later is now, we're years now from some credit scenes not getting any payoff. And between the Beast and Kate Bishop, I want to see these now. I want to see I wish the next 2 movies was Young Avengers and X-Men 616. I don't know, just something. Something would be really, really awesome. But it's tough. It really, really is tough. And I know Marvel is in the long game now, and they feel confident enough where we can throw these so far out. But it really is kind of difficult as a fan when you're just, okay, well, when's this one coming out? When's this one? There's no real immediate, like, I wish they could say coming 2025 or coming, but they can't because schedules change, releases change. We've seen it, obviously, in 2024 and 2025. Man, we're all salivating at Kate Bishop is my point. And I love that. But when's this going to, or if this is going to pay off? That's sad that we're even questioning that, but I hope we do. But there's some that we have seen that it's just not panning out yet. 616 adjacent. Thank you, John.
I think the fact that they put it out so early too, that now they're looking to social media to see what comic books do the fans think that we should take stories from and be inspire these characters and have which adventures should we put them on, and then they're going to wait for that. Instead, they're just going to go to these comments on social media and just see all this complaining, all this hate. Like, okay, don't bank on social media. Don't bank on the fans to say like the best advice. Just make a damn movie.
And it's funny because Kate in the part, she's like, I'm 23 years old. Thank you, Bobbert, for saying that. But Amanda, she's in the chat right now. She said, I'm just worried about how old he'll be by then. Fair point. I mean,
it's the young Avengers, they're all 50.
They're all going to be 58 years old. It's going to be like Rose Dawson. They're all going to be 83. They're going to be like, it's been 84 years. Like, it's going to be a while, you know? So I don't know.
120-year-old Hugh Jackman right alongside them.
Right.
Wearing all yellow spandex.
Right. I don't know. I agree.
It's a good thing Wolverine doesn't age.
He does not. Neither does Hugh Jackman, apparently. He found the mutation that, anyway. What if he's on the singing planet? Holy shit.
Holy shit. Be.
That's what I mean.
Do you realize that?
Get Wolverine on Aladna. Make that fucking happen. Hugh Jackman.
He could be there.
You know how many fanboys that would piss off so bad? Oh, I would love it. I would live for it.
It would make so many fangirls so happy.
And fanboys. I think it would be hysterical. I'm game for it. I think it would be so fucking funny. Make it happen. All right, guys. We're going to get to our next comment here. This is from Garrett. Garrett saw the movie just a little bit ago. He was chatting with us in the Discord, so I'm excited to hear his thoughts. All right. Hasn't even been 10 minutes since I saw the movie, so these are as raw thoughts as possible, but I thought it was pretty spectacular. The humor was awesome. It had me cracking up throughout the movie. Fury's character definitely had a different tone than in Secret Invasion, so that kind of threw me off, but his presence was funny as shit, so whatever. And I'm not too sure on why the bad person, I forgot her name.
Darben.
I have not read these comments, by the way. I love that. Sorry, I forgot her name. Died from using both bangles and Kamala didn't. And what happened? Kamala's a mutant. And what happened to the other bangle? Because I could be wrong, but I thought she had one in the end. The Flurkins were fucking hilarious, and that was an amazing way to get everyone off the ship. I'm not a fan of musicals, but that shit had me smiling ear to ear. There you go. That's it. Garrett gets it. Was a great little thing to add in the movie. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Just kidding, but fucking beast, bruh. I was shook. If you wonder why I yell when I see Caps, I yell. Did not expect any kind of X-Men shit to be in this movie, but that was awesome. All in all, I gotta say, a damn good movie. Love you all. See you in the stream. Love you, Garrett. Great comment, man. And the fact that you haven't seen it till just a little bit ago and you were able to avoid any spoilers like Beast, I figured that would already be ruined for you, man. I'm so thankful you got that raw and real reaction to that. So that is really, really great. You don't like raw and real? That's going to be our next podcast.
I don't like the way you said it.
Hey, welcome to Raw and Real. It's
raw and real.
Yeah, it's our OnlyFans. OnlyFans.com/raw and real. It's probably a real thing. Do not go to that link. Don't do it. Probably real. Probably shouldn't see it. Viewer discretion is advised. But hell, Raw and Real, if you'd like to sponsor us, where can they send our check, Emmy? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm sorry. Taking that.
P.O. Box 5661.
Emmy, no. We're going to get a check from Raw and Real for like $1. We'd have to plug them at that point, wouldn't we? Wouldn't we, for you financially?
What comes before, the chicken or the egg? Oh, no. The plug or the website.
We already did it, actually, so they'd be paying us for our plug we just gave them. Shit. Okay, you're right, Emmy. That's a good way to think of it. All right.
I'm glad Garrett enjoyed the Flurkin scene.
Oh, yeah. And he liked the musical. He's like, I'm not a fan of musicals, but it made me smile. That was how I took it, too. I just like, this is fucking fun. This is stupid.
It's like the best way to throw in like a musical planet is have them all in such beautiful, like colorful clothing.
Yep.
And they're synchronized dancing, and the way that they introduced them as the Marvels for the first time with the singing, the beautiful voice on that guy. Like that part alone was like that you know, what do they say? Made me pucker. Anyways, it was a great scene.
Made you pucker.
And I enjoyed it. We my lips.
I was yes.
Oh,
yes, your lips. Yes, your lips. Yeah.
Don't be weird, guys.
It's okay. Hey, we're all
and
friends here.
Fucking Beast, bro.
Yeah.
I was shook. The accuracy of Beast's character design was
he looks
really
so
fun.
good. He's so good. And that we talked about it just a little bit ago. Costume designs, MCU most of the time doesn't shy away from, really. And the fact that we're going to see X-Men, full-blown X-Men. I'm going to cry when I know you guys don't care. I know. But when I see Cyclops in that blue and white or even the yellow, I'm fine. I either, whatever costume they give him, I'm going to probably cry because it's going to, the yellow visor with the fucking red band in the middle. Oh my God. And
like when he really acts like a real dick,
he's
like feels earned. It feels earned and accurate and gives you all sorts of feels.
I want the same actor as the OG Cyclops. Kind of not in a weird way. Kind of not, Whitney. I would like a fresh start with all these mutants. I'm really hoping we see kind of Hugh Jackman phase out in Deadpool 3 and Daniel Radcliffe phase in. I would love to see a brand new set of mutants and actors that play them, for sure.
I want Glenn Powell to play Cyclops. Yeah, would be awesome.
Honestly, I'm thinking Robert Redding. I think would be a good one. I think he would play. Yeah. You're googling him.
I'm gonna look that up now.
Yeah,
I am googling him.
Yeah. Tell me what you think. Excuse me, Robert Redford. I apologize.
Robert Redford.
Yes, that's who I want to play Cyclops.
Alexander Pierce.
Oh shit!
Wait.
Well, he just looks like a perfect Cyclops. Old enough, in my opinion. You know, that's a leader. That's a man who looks like a leader. Do Photoshop him as Cyclops, Keith. I will fucking love you forever. Oh God. Anyway, there's our thumbnail.
A young picture of it.
Yeah, no. Just straight up old Robert Redford as Cyclops. I would die laughing. It would be fucking great. Anyway, yeah, be great. Glenn Powell, hell yes. There he says.
Someone said as a diehard.
You can shout him out.
Sorry, it's
Tim
Bub.
Someone
said, as a Cap diehard fan, I have to say Cyclops is a square.
Okay. All right. You know what? You know what?
I'm a big diehard fan too, and I think he's right.
Tim, we're gonna edit your entire comment out. We're also, so you're not going to hear it in the audio form. We're going to delete the stream immediately after we stop, so you won't see it. The YouTube, we'll take it all out. Keith, you're off the show now because you're doing square things. Anyone who says Cyclops is a square, I'm just, you're all done. You're all out of here. I refuse. He is a bit of a square. I agree. Don't get me wrong. He was like my first ever like hero, like leader. I see what you did there. I see what you can put the sticky note down. I see what you did there. But I just remember and I had a Cyclops little action figure and his eyes lit up. And that was the only one, like all the rest of them had like plastic parts. And I don't know. I just remember that red glow. And it was in the middle of the night and he was the one toy that I could see. I don't know. I got such an affection for Cyclops. I know it doesn't make any sense, but the MCU could write him really well. And I hope they do. Anyway, I hate you guys. I hate all of you. It's Doctor Strange. Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Oh no, I'm Cyclops now.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm Keith.
Guys, if you'd like to see the visual version of the show, youtube.com/The Abingers, and you can check out our Twitch streams as they happen, twitch.tv/Abingers podcast. Anyway, my friends are assholes. That's all I'm going to say. And our chat. Just wants to call him a square. You know what? All right, whatever. We're gonna get to our next
serious question though.
Yes,
Serious question.
serious
Die
question.
Hard. Christian movie. Christmas movie.
Christian movie. Is Die Hard a
Or
Christian
not?
movie?
Is Die Hard a
Yippee-ki-yay,
Christmas
motherfucker.
movie?
It sure is a Christian movie. Yeah, you know, I don't know. I don't think it's a Christian movie at all. Christmas movie?
Yeah, that's I tell my kids, he says, yippee-ki-yay, Merry Christmas.
That's a good one.
That's what he says at the end.
Yeah, it's one of the most well-known
save.
Christian movies, Whitney says. And that's a very good point. It is very, very well-known. Shit, I'm a square, Bobbert. Thank you. We're both squares. But I like thinking it is a Christmas movie. The same way I think Iron Man 3 is a Christmas movie. So, yeah.
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 Nice.
It's kind of the same thing. Emmy? I love when
Emmy pulled a face.
like her whole fucking neck can't stay on. Like it's like just this bobblehead.
I'm really sorry.
Someone picks her
This
up
is
and
not-
then the bobblehead's just shit.
Was it the idea that Iron Man 3 is a Christmas movie?
Yes.
None of them are Christmas movies. I'm
Oh.
just saying.
Okay.
Well, what makes it a Christmas movie? It takes place during Christmas. Boom. Done. I answered for you. I asked you a question, then I answered it. Okay.
Oh,
Boom.
but you
Move on.
answered wrong.
No, he answered
Is
right.
Santa in the movie?
Santa's got to be in the movie.
He's got to be in the movie.
Okay.
Santa's not in The Grinch. Santa's not in
Christmas Vacation.
Christmas
Well, then the
Story.
Grinch isn't
Home
a
Alone.
fucking
Santa's
Christmas
not in
movie.
that.
Is Christmas Vacation? Is
Oh.
there a Santa? I don't think there's a Santa in
No.
National
Fuck.
Life.
There's a cartoon
all
Santa.
right.
Actually.
I don't like you guys taking apart my logic while I've figured it out.
All right.
I don't like that.
Live on Twitch.
Oh.
Emmy's totally.
Hawkeye. The chat just lit
Santa
up.
is too in Home Alone, said Whitney.
Hawkeye is a Christmas show. Whitney, John, a few others. So there you go. And Tim said Iron Man 3 is just a bad Christmas movie. Damn. All right. So we're gonna keep on going, guys. We got
So Santa or the Grinch have to be in a Christmas movie.
Okay. No. Okay. Anyway, we're going to keep going. We got our next comment. Derek, shall we begin? I was not looking forward to this movie. I've said many times that I wasn't necessarily big on the Captain Marvel movie, and the Miss Marvel show is one of my least favorite Disney Plus shows to come out so far. What I was excited for is to see more Monica Rambeau. I loved her in WandaVision, and I was pumped that she was finally back. But going into this movie, I had low expectations between recent Marvel projects and the fact that I didn't really have any care for the headliners. First 5-10-ish minutes of the movie, I was very annoyed by Miss Marvel. Did not like the scene in her room in the beginning. Funny because Brandon mentioned it in the review, how much that scene is a good depiction of the show Miss Marvel. Didn't like the show. Didn't like the scene. Agreed. I know I'm going to get shit for that. You're wrong, Derek. Just kidding.
You ready for some shit?
Opinions are subjective. I respect yours. Just know that. After she got out of her room, she started growing on me. I like 30-ish minutes into the movie. I'm like, yeah, I'm loving her in this movie. I fucking loved this movie. I walked out of it having a new love and respect for Captain Marvel and Miss Marvel. The writing was solid. The comedy was great. The acting was great. The fighting was excellent. My only complaint about this movie was the villain. I felt where she was coming from and her motives on why she was doing what she was doing. And I think that's huge in making a good villain. Oh, man. So here we go. I really like this part. Where she lacked for me was the extra scenes that weren't there. We didn't get much time really to connect with her. She was really on screen when she was fighting. The director mentioned that this movie did not need to be longer than 2 hours. I could have gone for an extra 15 minutes of her, just normal conversations that she's had with whoever. Anything to let her character grow with me more. I don't even know her name, and that's sad that someone I wanted to appreciate as a villain didn't get enough conversation and build up to let her name settle with me. Wonderfully said, Derek. Goodness. Really, really like that. Kind of going back to a lot of people, really wasn't fazed by this villain problem. A lot of people are like, damn, actually not even a lot of people, very few, but some people are making comments on it. Yeah, it was generic. But some people are like, I didn't need something more from this movie, and that's fair. But some people, like myself and Derek, there was one more, forgive me, I don't even remember her name. Someone said that in their comment. I think that was Garrett.
Emmy. Sorry.
I don't think it was you, Amy. I'm sorry. But it was really, It does. It shines a light on. I know it's the typical Marvel movie villain. It's not even that. I think Derek's hitting it right on the net. If you just had, instead of she's just constantly, we have to do this, we have to blah blah blah, we have to. No one's disagreeing with your motives, but just to see her live her life, her backstory of how when the world had the sun and what she did before then, and just a more relatability. I think that's why.
Yeah,
I love this comment by Derek. I think he's right on with Darbin. Darbin's her name, by the way. There's a couple.
I think there's a vulnerability missing from her character that could have been there that we just needed that. You're right. It could have been 15 minutes. I wouldn't even need a whole 15 on just her. There's other stuff that could have been spent a little bit, 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there on other stuff. But the just extending that maybe flashback scene where she ran into Carol, who came to destroy the Supreme Intelligence. I think that would have been enough. Just give us a heartfelt moment between her and someone during that time, and then Carol's Captain Marvel's here, we got to go deal with that. Like, just give us a heartfelt vulnerability for her a little bit more.
Yeah, just a little bit more.
A little bit more time. I think this movie could have worked with just a little bit more. Put it all to Darbin. Seriously, all three of the main heroes felt fleshed out. Give it to Darbin.
But I'm not even mad about it, though.
Oh, I know. I know. And that's the other side is, I didn't really need that much of a villain, and that's, but when that's your antagonist, that's the kind of cause that which, I don't know. It is nice to have all characters fleshed out. And I think Darbin was a big one that just kind of felt a little underdeveloped. So, good deal.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so we're going to get to his next comment. Okay, next comment. The line that threw me off the most and literally had me crying in the theater was, he's bilingual. It was the simplest line, but so fucking funny. The simplicity and the fact that they are literally speaking the same language, except one is singing and one is not, killed me. Mm-hmm. Then I was laughing even harder because of the fact that I was laughing at something so stupid. Bub had to be tired of me at that point. Love it.
I laughed out loud twice.
Yep.
Not just the first time that I saw it in theaters, but the second time, 100% again.
Mm-hmm.
Laughed out loud like a horse laughed. Like, not even just like like the first time. Well, no, I say first time like I didn't go see it both times alone.
Yeah. Hey. Yeah.
Both times, fucking horse laughed at it. Like just straight up. Just, I don't care who hears me. It is that was a good fucking line.
It was
good joke.
He's bilingual.
So simple,
but effective.
Yeah,
so effective. So he keeps commenting here. He says, walking out of the theater, Bob and I were discussing how much we both loved this movie. He told me that it was the best movie in Phase 4 outside of No Way Home and Guardians of the Galaxy 3. This is Phase 5, I think, actually. I told him to go fuck right off. I still got to put Shang-Chi and Black Panther 2 above it, but someone could probably talk me into putting it above Black Panther 2. Where would you rank it as far as Phase 4 movies? Are we doing Phase 4 and 5? Or Phase 4 movies? Because Phase 4 movies, I got to look that up. Is it sad that I need a reminder of what's in Phase 4?
I don't even know.
So 5 was kicked off by Quantumania, right? So we don't have a big group of 5. But
we
Phase
have Guardians 3.
No Way Home.
Guardians 3 was Quantumania. Guardians 3.
Yeah.
Multiverse of Madness. Was that 4 or 5?
That was 4.
Okay.
Because the start was Quantumania. So basically,
and
that's
the
this
end
year.
Was Wakanda Forever, right?
Yes, that was the end of
Phase 4.
That was the end of Phase 4.
Yep,
yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
Okay.
If we're talking like generally the last couple of years of movies, then I would put it basically the one, like I put it middle ground of the stuff that we've gotten since Endgame. I would put it in the middle of the road.
Mm-hmm.
Top stuff being things like Wakanda Forever, things like No Way Home, Guardians of the Galaxy 3 for sure, and then the stuff below it. I'd say it's just because I really liked Eternals the second time around. Eternals is above the Marvels, then the Marvels, and then way down here is Multiverse of Madness and Thor 4. Those two guys can live down. They can in the subterranean where goblins are, down there.
Where would you rank it, Emmy?
Well, okay. So initially, like, I mean, I absolutely fucking love this movie. To be fair, like, I really had a good time with it.
Yeah.
And okay, so you were saying movies, and I was like, oh, okay. I need to lower it a little bit. Okay. So the Marvels went like way up high.
Oh, wow.
And then you said No Way Home.
This is going to be your Iron Man 2. This is going to be your Iron Man 2 of the multiverse saga.
Okay.
Is what it's going to be.
No Way Home goes above that, obviously.
Okay.
But then, okay, name some other ones. Ready?
Black Panther 2. Wakanda Forever.
Oh, below.
Shang-Chi.
Above.
Okay. Thor Love and Thunder.
Below.
It would be below Love and Thunder.
Yeah, even though I bawled my eyes out in that movie.
Yeah. Okay. Multiverse of Madness.
Below.
Okay.
Multiverse of Madness went below.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Not the Marvels went below.
Okay.
Sorry.
You're changing the criteria on me.
I'm guessing that your left hand is the Marvels, right? That's what you're saying, because you've been doing this.
She's staring at her.
Well, I don't remember anymore.
Your left hand is the Marvels. It's been staying still, and every time we've been saying another movie, you've been doing this. So
this is the Marvels.
Oh shit! She's changing it up.
I told you she changed it up. Quantum Mania. Below Marvels.
Yeah.
Okay.
Quantumania below the Marvels.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Oh, very slightly above.
Slightly above. Okay. The Marvels.
The Marvels is the Marvels. They met right here in the middle.
You're like, wait a second.
Werewolf by Night.
Wait a minute.
You sneaky son of a bitch.
Cocaine Bear.
We established that.
Oh, below.
Below it.
Yeah, below.
All right. We got one more comment from Derek here saying, I know you're tired of reading my name by now, but get used to it. I demand attention. I just wanted to tell you about my dream last night. I was swimming in an ocean of orange soda. Then I woke up and I realized it was just a fantasy.
I like that.
No, don't like it. Don't encourage him. He'll do it every time. Don't encourage him.
I like that one.
Hey,
Keith!
Nick.
I kind of like that one. I like
Guys,
that joke.
will you fucking stop encouraging him?
Look, 2 of my favorite things are comedy and carbonated beverages, okay? I can't help it.
Son of a bitch! I'm so peeved right now.
Well,
you guys, you encourage
walk
this
it
nonsense.
off.
You encourage this.
Just wait. The person who
Team
I
Whitney.
love so much, Nick Let's Go, he has a song where he talks about being in a fallacy.
Yeah.
It's not it's a fallacy.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
Not a fallacy.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you, Amy. Appreciate that. All right, guys. Well, we have
ringing endorsement for Nick Let's Go.
Yeah, it was something. It's something.
He's drowning in a fallacy. Do you want me to sing?
No, please don't sing. Please.
He's drowning in a fallacy.
All right, so we got our last comment, which is in video form. So we are going to hit that video up right now. We got it all set up in the stream. We may or may not have taken a break to do that. We'll never let you know our movie magic. But here we go. We got this video ready to go. You guys ready for a little video action?
Yeah. No.
Oh, Amy, you're supposed to say yes.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
All right, guys. Yeah. Okay, we'll edit that no out and we'll put the yes in. No one will know the difference. It'll be great. So we're going to go here in 3, 2, 1.
What's up, Abingers? John Starosky. So I got to make this quick because I'm at work. Really quick, just pros and cons. Pros, Brie Larson returning to the role in superior fashion, making the role much less stale and much more hers. Loved it. Loved the outfits. Loved the character. Much better overall. Teyonah Parris, what a bright light, no pun intended. She was fantastic in this movie. The dynamic her and Carol have, and the dynamic her and Aman Vellani have, just great overall. And on the topic of Aman Vellani, what a presence, what a force. She just personifies such great childish charm, well, rather childlike charm, I shouldn't say childish. And so, yeah, all those pros, the Flurkin scene, great stuff. Nick Fury's little bits, great. And the cons. Yeah, the Khan family was great too. I don't really think that the pros and cons here can work properly because Khan is only
that was good.
Meaning the Khan family in this case. There wasn't nothing bad about this movie, guys, and that's fantastic. But I gotta go. I love you guys. 3,000. That's 1,000 apiece. Or if you factor in Clinton, that's 750. Love you, fuckers. Bye.
Oh man,
I love John.
That was a damn good video, man. Thank you so much. And the cons, they were good too. That was really
that was really clever.
That was very clever. It's funny. Just a little side piece about John. We obviously
John's your side piece. What?
He is my side piece. He really is in a weird way. Yeah. Wow. We met through this podcast and we video game all the time. So those were a couple of video game shout outs that he did before and after his video. We call each other the Bush brothers. So just a shout out to a dude, a really, really good dude. And he has I don't know, just really, really excited to see him sending in a video. So I'm just happy to see that. Wonderful, wonderful job. And I loved it. And this goes again with the theme. Every comment, I'm not going to lie, I'm shocked. I think even maybe Keith, Emmy, when I was talking to you guys earlier, I was like, we could get some, I'm really curious to hear what people think, good, bad. We're going to have a lot of good, I expected a bit more of the, you know what I mean? Like I even going into this, I kind of, pitched it.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I expected more.
Emmy was ready to fight. She was ready to fight.
Yeah, I was ready to fucking fight some people.
And,
where are you at? Where are you at?
She means it. She's ready to fight. But it's been really amazing to hear so much love and positivity for this movie. Emmy, for someone who really, really enjoyed this, what is it making you feel to hear all this positive energy surrounding? I know you don't get to fight anybody, but how does it feel that you don't have to?
It honestly, it does make me, it tears me up a little bit just to know that I don't have to fight anybody for it. And that this just gets to be a fun Marvel movie that it's just fun. That I can point people to this movie and be like, oh yeah, I know, I understand. Yeah, okay. You didn't watch the other 42 Marvel movies. You didn't watch the other 7 Marvel TV shows that were on Disney Plus, but did you see my face on this shirt? Because
there it is.
I feel like honestly, this is a movie that somebody can watch that it doesn't need all that. Mm-hmm. Right? Am I wrong?
I don't think you're wrong. I think the overwhelming majority agrees with you. Keith, what do you think?
I think that the future success of Marvel is going to be in making movies that people can go see without having seen all the movies, because if they're expecting people to go way back to the beginning, the new fans are going to have so much feeling of anxiety and be overwhelmed so quickly. So if you just, those who want to go back and watch now, they've got a bunch of movies, great. But those who just want to go see this one, maybe they got their favorite star in it, maybe it just looks appealing to them, funny, whatever, and they can go and have a good time without having to do a bunch of years of research first.
Yeah.
That's great. That's perfect. And, they're going to convert more people that way, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And they can with this one, right? I wasn't wrong. So. Last week, I made plans with my teacher bestie, and I was like, yeah, let's go see Miss Marvel. And then I was like, oh, wait, I'm sorry. I'm supposed to podcast.
Hi, sorry, teacher bestie. Yeah. We're here.
So yeah, a week ago,
guys. Well,
but
yeah,
she hasn't watched a whole bunch of
so she wants to see
recently, this. And she can.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah. Okay.
I didn't say she couldn't. She wants to see this, so we're locking her up.
She hasn't seen it yet. What has she seen so far?
She hasn't seen it yet. She's seen through WandaVision and Loki season 2, episode 2.
Garrett says,
and that's it.
Okay.
Garrett says, Emmy is my favorite tonight. Laughing emoji. All right, good deal.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's been a rough week.
It's been a rough week. All right, guys.
That's always my fucking.
All right, we're gonna head on out of here. The thoughts never stop. They just kind of pitter away, and it's like hard to gauge when you're done because it's like, okay, now, and you're like, no,
that's my excuse.
I wasn't, and then you keep going. All right, but anyway, we're going to head on out of here. Thank you so much for leaving a comment. Really, really appreciate it, guys. If you want to leave a comment on the next Marvel TV show or movie, patreon.com/Abingers podcast. Our patrons have the floor. They are the ones that leave us a comment or a video, and we feature them every single time. So if you want to become a patron and you really enjoyed the show, patreon.com/Abingers podcast. We'd love to have you. Got a great Discord community, just a great community in general. So we would love to see you there. You want to find us on all the social media: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Threads, all the stuff, TikTok, Twitch, all of it. Abingers podcast, ABINGERS podcast. You want to watch the video version of this podcast, youtube.com/The Abingers. We really, really appreciate all the love and support. We spend a lot of hours putting together the show. Keith does some amazing art for us. I edit some audio. Emmy, she's here, and we just...
I do things too sometimes.
Emmy actually handles.
You do.
Emmy handles a lot of the adult stuff that we don't want to handle. So
I need to send you guys some money for stuff every once in a while.
Yeah.
Hey, Keith has shirts coming.
Yeah, she mailed shirts to Keith today. So anyway,
I'm so excited,
guys. We really appreciate it. We put a lot of time and energy into this show. If you want to give us a 5-star rating on your podcast platform of choice, if you're like, hey, it's a quick, free way to just give us a thumbs up and let us keep on going. It really does get a lot of eyes and ears on the show. So please consider just a quick 10 seconds out of your time, subscribe to this podcast, give a 5-star rating. Really, really does help out the show. But that's enough plugs. We're going to go hang out with our Twitch stream now. We're going to go head on out of here. You won't hear us anymore, but our Twitch, our people in the chat are going to get to hang out with us for a little bit because we love them. They're awesome. They've been alive all night. Love you guys so much. People joining us in the Twitch stream, thank you. Thank you so much for just continuing to make this community what it is. It would not be anything. It would not be anything without you. So thank you so much. We appreciate it. Patrons who left a comment, wonderful, wonderful stuff this week. As always, same with the Loki season 2. You guys brought it again. Loved hearing from all of you. Please be heard. There's not enough podcasts that reach out and let their listeners be heard. Do it. Let your voice be heard because you guys are all amazing. You deserve that platform. We love you for it. So please continue to use your voice. Let us know, good, bad, or indifferent. What do you think Marvel's doing? How do you think they're doing? We'd love to hear from you. All right, I'm done. I promise. I keep saying I'm done and I keep talking. Guys, thank you so much for joining us for this Twitch stream and podcast. We really, really appreciate it. Keith, Emmy, do we even have any final words before we go talk soda in the chat?
Penis gang.
Throwing out my thought for the Rizzler. It's not even the right words.
After